Neil, if we can start with an update on the injury situation, who's available and who's not this weekend?
Well, Emil came off with a slight niggle, but he should be okay. Dorian DeViet picked up a knee injury on Monday, but it's not too serious, so we're hoping he'll be okay for the squad. And I think it's as you were then, there's no fresh injury worries. In terms of the ones coming back, there's no news on any imminent players coming back from the long-term injuries that we'll have.
You've obviously got Andy Lonergan back available now to play in goal. Have you got a decision to make there between him and Ben Amos this weekend?
No, Andy was on the bench on Wednesday night, and he'll remain there because Ben was very, very good. I was very happy with his performance. Adam Bogdan's not far away now as well, so I'll have a decision to make over 3 goalkeepers rather than 2, but I've got 3 very, very good goalkeepers, but I'm pretty confident in Ben. He's been excellent since he's come in, and again he played very well on Wednesday night, so I have no reason to change that. Now,
have you got to the bottom of this conceding late goals thing? Because it's become a bit of a habit, hasn't it?
No, that's an understatement. It's got to be a psychological thing. Is there a little bit of anxiety there to see the game out or to see the game over the line? Certainly, from our point of view, it was disappointing to lose from a set piece because we have been defending set pieces brilliantly all season, and just 1 or 2 players didn't do the jobs properly at the most important time. So, as a manager, it's difficult to legislate for that. We have to get over the line. We have to see games out a little bit better, or we go 2 goals clear instead of 1, and that might make us a little bit better. Or tomorrow we got Millwall. I would like us to be 2 or 3 goals up going into injury time rather than 1-0, and just that little bit of nervousness about it.
I guess you've got to try and get that positive approach, haven't you? Because as you say, you still want to. You're in a position where
we're in a good position. Listen, trust me. When I came in, if I'd have said to you or the Bolton public, with 10 games to go, we'll be 10 points clear of the bottom 3, would you take that?
Snatch your hand up.
Exactly. And what's happened is we had a very good run in the first 2 or 3 months. We have had a horrendous injury list that has, there's no doubt affected us and broke up our momentum. So we've been a bit iffy. We've been absolutely superb at home. We've lost 1 game since October. That to me is, championship winning form if I can replicate some of that away from home. Now, our away form is disappointing from my point of view. We've only won 3, I think, since we came in, drawn a couple. That's something that needs to be improved on going forward, and certainly going forward for next season. But yeah, I'm positive. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. It's not all doom and gloom because there are a lot of good things that come out of the game the other night. The performance of McCarthy, Amos, having Craig Davis back, the performance of Heskey again. There are a lot of good things that come out of the game. I am naturally a winner. I am naturally disappointed to lose the game and in the manner that we lost it. But I can't dwell on the negatives. I have to, look at the positives. It's something new for me coming from a club like Celtic to a team where there's a little bit of anxiety there, nervousness at times. But we are where we are. The league table doesn't lie. Is there room for improvement? Yeah, there's a lot of scope for improvement, and we will endeavour to do that.
In that respect, is it more difficult to motivate players when they're in the middle of the championship as opposed to challenging for a league title?
No, I don't. You say managers motivate players. It has to come from within. Players must have their own self-motivation, and I didn't see any lack of motivation on Wednesday night. There was plenty of commitment out there, and the attitude and application of the players was excellent. So they were well motivated within themselves. I will motivate them to the best of my ability, and I will do it again for tomorrow's game and every game I'm in charge of Bolton. That is my duty, to look after the players, to motivate them, to try and inspire them to do better, to improve them on the training ground if I can. So that's exactly what I'll do.
10 games to go, all of the bottom 3 still to play. Is that a good thing or a bad thing at this stage, do you think?
I think it's a good thing. I'd rather play the bottom 3 than the top 3. So, Blackpool look a little bit detached from the rest. Wigan away will be a great game to get our teeth into. Millwall at home, like I say, our home form is very, very good, and we need to take that into the game tomorrow. And we've got some cracking games as well. We've got Ipswich away, which should be good. Brentford away, which will test us. But we may have a say in who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. And I want to be part of that. I want the players to feel that they have something. Some players are playing for the future as well. So it's up to them to take the challenge on.
And is finishing the season strong important in terms of the way the club's viewed outside for players that might be coming in next season, or for the way you go about recruiting in the summer?
Yeah, recruitment's going to be very important. My first aim is to consolidate, make sure we're a championship team. We still have a little bit of work to do on that, and it's important that we do it sooner rather than later. And then I have a big job on my hands in the summer.
On the positives, it must be great to have Craig Davis back as well. Emil made a really big impact as well again.
Emil again was fantastic. What a player he is. And I think there was a lot of raised eyebrows when we brought him in, but I think if you look at his individual performances, they've been very, very good. For a guy of his age, very, very good. Leads the line brilliantly. Craig coming back is a huge boost, and you could see on Wednesday night, he came on for Emil last 15 minutes, and he gave us that power and energy that only Craig can really bring. And yeah, he should have scored. He's admitted that himself. But Craig's probably the only player who could have got into the position, and ran away from people. So again, having him back is a big plus. We've missed him, and hopefully now you can have a clear run to the end of the season. Paddy McCarthy came in, was excellent. Giles Coke had a decent debut. Ben Amos in goal played very, very well. So the guys who have come in, have been excellent for me. So the other guys who have been with me from day one, really, they're doing okay. Maybe mentally a little bit tired at the minute, but we need to shake that off.
Yeah, just a word on Millwall. They've obviously lost Holloway this week. I mean, how dangerous can a side like that be, considering their position, considering they've just lost their manager?
Well, you always know that what Millwall will be looking for is an immediate lift, change of voice. Always good when you've been on a run like that. We're wary of that. But we are at home, and we have been very impressive at home. One defeat since October, and that was in the last minute. And the other defeat out with the competition or the championship was in the FA Cup against Liverpool, where again it was last minute. Where we have played brilliantly at home. We've been really impressive, and I want us to take that form into the game tomorrow.
And finally, just what would make you happy for the end of the season? What would be a good sort of end to the season for you at this moment in time?
Well, again, we've set targets. You'd like to go 10 unbeaten. Get well past. Can we get past 50 points? Can we get into the mid-50s? A decent finish. It's really, really important. It's important for me, important for the players, important for the supporters.